Michael T, what's up, buddy? You are the first one, my friend. How is everyone doing today? Got a lot of stuff to go over. Does Mike sound good, everybody? Before I even get started here. Give everybody a minute here to jump in. Hope everyone's having a good week. Take a quick hit. Pour yourself a drink. Get ready for the fun here. Shit's crazy, man. This shit is crazy. So, sorry. Today we're going to get into the tokens, FTX. We're going to get into a lot of these crypto exchanges. Why I think this really happened. I know a lot of people think that this is the answer and this is where all the FTDs went, but I strongly disagree with that. Just wait about one more second here and take one more hit. Everybody get in the zone. Everybody, like I said, roll the ball quick. Whatever you gotta do, or roll blunt quick. Whatever you gotta do here. But I'm sure this video is gonna piss some people off here real quick. But hey, man, I'm all about the truth. I don't want to spread hopium and make people think that this is it, because that's what a lot of people, I feel like, just took off with this. But give me 1 second here. Alrighty, let's go. So, a lot of people don't know what's going on with, yeah, Murphy's passed out right now, thank God. So, a lot of people don't understand what's going on with crypto. They don't understand what's going on with this FTX situation, total return swaps, what they really are, what is going on with Ken Griffin and all this stuff, the finger pointing. It's pretty much, this has all been a planned attack. This has all been Citadel from the beginning. None of this stuff is what a lot of people think is going on. This is their plan to destroy cryptocurrency. This is their plan to take over cryptocurrency, and it's working to perfection. This is honest to God ridiculous. This shows me how desperate they truly are. They need freaking anything they can do. They have to destroy people. I mean, this is absolutely fucking hilarious. So before we even get started, actually, I'll just go right into this. So, what ended up happening with this FTX collapse is now you're going to start seeing a massive amount of crypto exchanges all come crashing down. You're already seeing BlockFi go ahead and they're filing for bankruptcy. Genesis looks like they're going down. Salt with halted withdrawals. You have a whole bunch of crypto exchanges now going down pretty fucking hard. A ton of people were linked to FTX. And obviously FTX was a massive scam. I'm going to explain to you the scam. I'm going to explain to you these other scams that people are looking at with these wrapped tokens. I'm going to explain to you all of these things that, from my point of view, from what I've learned from other people that work in crypto. I'm not a crypto genius. I don't sit there and work with crypto and look into it like I do with all these other stock manipulations. But from what they show me, it makes complete sense from knowing what I know in the stock market. But anyways, back to this. So what ended up happening is, like I said, this was all a planned attack before we even get into that thing. A while back here, FTX ended up hiring a former Citadel employee, and he ended up being massively high in the company. His name was Brent Harrison. He ended up getting to the president, and he was going to overhaul their entire crypto exchange. Shortly after that, Sam, he wanted, he's dangling all this stuff, but he wanted to get into dangerous crypto derivatives trading. Now, if you guys come down here, it talks about future contracts. It talks about him being able to liquidate you because of this, and it all makes sense when you realize what a total return swap is. Let's get into a total return swap really quick, because before we get into what was going on with FTX, you have to understand what a total return swap is. Now, remember this later on, because this will explain everything on what they're doing with crypto exchanges and these fake ones and these fraudulent ones. Now, a total return swap. This is what these things are. Oh, sorry, that's awful. These are what these things are backed by. Total return swaps. Now, the problem is, and where the fraudulent comes into play here, is you see at the top it says tokens are backed 1-to-1 by stock. This is where your fraudulent becomes. Now, everybody thinks if you're buying this, you're basically getting an attached share that, like it says, there's a share behind it. So, you know, you always have that. It's not like you're buying a fake asset. Well, a total return swap, what is it? Jesus Christ, that was awful. What a total return swap is let's say you are an investor and you want to have the underlying asset of a stock. You didn't want to own the actual stock. You didn't want to buy options, but you thought there might have been a short-term gain in that stock, blah, 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 and you wanted to have the benefits of owning the underlying asset without actually owning it. What you would do is you'll have the investor come over here, and I'm going to do easy numbers just so everybody can understand it. So you have an investor go to a bank. He'll say, I want to have the, like I said, benefits of owning the underlying asset of the stock, but I don't actually want to buy the stock, and I don't want to buy any ETFs. What can you do for me? They'll open a total return swap. So what the bank will say is, all right, you have, how much exposure do you want towards this? So it'd be like, all right, I want to say, just to make this very easy, I want 1 million exposure of AMC. So what they will do is say, all right, you have 1 million exposure, but what we want in return is LIBOR plus 1% in return. Now what this means is, let's say, to keep this math very simple for everybody, the stock goes up 10%. In return for the investor, by doing this, he would get 1 million plus 10%, which is 100,000. And he would still have to pay the bank LIBOR plus 1%. Now, the bank, if you look at their risk, so for the investor's risk, it's basically like owning the stock. You could lose all of your money that you put in, all of your exposure. Plus, you could still owe them more because you will always owe them this no matter what. Whether the stock goes up or it goes, this basically total return swap. You own a contract of if the underlying asset goes up or down, that's what you get. But you technically don't have anything backed by that contract. Might cut off. Can you guys not hear me right now? Can you guys not hear me? Testing, testing. Okay. I don't know what the hell the last thing you heard was then. Oh, I'm super laggy. Alright, I think you guys heard the million of exposure where you're good. I'm not sure where I left off, but okay. I'm just going to start back over just a little bit. I'm not too sure where we stopped or where I lagged out. Okay, so back to this. So if you have 1 million of exposure of AMC, like I said, the bank's going to, if it goes up, the bank will pay up 10%. The bank's going to pay you $100,000, and you would pay them back, and they'd give you your million back. In the bank's case now, what's going to happen is, the reason the bank has no problem with doing this is what they're going to do is, let's say they have 1 million of exposure in this contract. Well, you're going to hedge for your position. If you're a bank, you're now going to go buy $1 million worth of the underlying asset. So in case AMC does go up, that money that they're going to have to pay them will be covered by the hedge. Plus, they will still automatically make LIBOR plus 1%. So for banks to do these total return swaps, it's amazing. They're going to always do it because their hedge, there's no risk truly for a bank. And they're always going to make the fees. But for the investor, you have the risk of if the stock goes down, just like in Archegos. If you look at Archegos, he went out and he opened a whole bunch of these total return swaps. His bets crashed dramatically. And on top of that, he had to pay all of those fees. Well, he couldn't afford that, and then he defaulted. Well, what's going on in the case of Sam is it looks like this is what all of his coins were backed by. So instead of him going out and buying all of the crypto and having that crypto backed up, what he was selling everybody were pretty much these contracts. So in the case of FTX, Sam would sell you guys. You would go on there, you would buy something, and it was basically like opening a total return swap. Now, instead of this being a bank, you were pretty much Sam. Or the bank was Sam. So this is complete fraud. Sam would sell you, the retail person, a total return swap. Contract. So he's selling you this contract that the bank is selling investors. So pretty much what Sam is doing is, all right, if you want to buy FTX token, you're going to open a total return swap, and all you're going to do is have the benefits of owning the underlying asset, just like in this total return swap over here. You're not going to own the asset. You won't own the asset, but you'll get the benefits of owning said asset. Okay? So what Sam was doing is in this, you would have your, I don't know, let's say you went in as a retail person, you put in $1,000 of fucking, I don't know, Ethereum. Now over here, you're sitting there thinking, hey, I have an Ethereum coin. But in reality, you really have a contract over here with 1,000 exposure of Ethereum. Now Sam doesn't give a fuck. Because what Sam's going to do is do exactly what they do. I'll go hedge. This is what he should have done. But he's a greedy piece of shit, and he didn't do that. What Sam did is he stole your money. That's all he did. He just stole your fucking money. So this is why it was a complete Ponzi scheme. He was selling you a fucking derivatives contract, which is why he came over to fucking Congress and gave them billions of fucking dollars to be able to do this. And then on top of that, if you come down here and read, he wanted to be able to do these future contracts like I'm showing you now. And then he wanted to be able to literally liquidate any of his customers without notice. Margin futures and near real-time futures, auto liquidation of defaulting customers, self-funded CCP would default fund with benefits of CMS risk. Dude, like, it was like, this dude is fucking, dude, he was fucking ridiculous. They knew what they were doing. This was a complete fucking setup. Right after this shit all starts happening, right before it all happens, Brett steps down. Good one. And then all of a sudden, right on cue, all of these fucking giant guys, what did they do? They're ripping on, or they're fucking bringing out crypto exchanges. And we're going to get into these crypto exchanges in a second. I mean, this is insane. They're right on cue. Now, before we get into all this with the Sequoia and all this crap and this cryptocurrency trading system, dude, this is going to be insane when we get into this fucking crypto system here that they're putting out. It's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. But I want you guys to understand. Just listen to this. Before we even keep going. This is Ken Griffin's opinion and finger pointing and him saying the same fucking thing he's doing, and it's an attack on I'm not saying, I'm not fucking pro-Democrat, I'm not pro-Republican, I hate them fucking both. But this is an attack with these guys on the Democrats from Republicans. Listen to this. He does the same thing for Republicans. He's the #1 fucking donor. He already gave $100 million to him. Listen. Oops, hold on. My fucking thing's not set to the right thing. Give me 1 second here. God damn it. I just set up my new speakers here. I think it's this one here. Alright, let's try this one more time.
And Sam was the second biggest donor to Democratic candidates.
I'm going to leave it to everybody else to draw their own conclusions about what you're saying here.
Right? Those are really, really ugly facts when you see a fraud of this magnitude having played out, and you find no regulators were there to prevent it. That's a really, really tough story.
See what I mean? I mean, these guys, they're literally sitting there like, there's no regulators. If there was regulators, and don't worry, the big guys, they're already here. They're here to save everybody. They're here. They already got it set up. Once the big guys take over cryptocurrency, everything will be okay. It's all a fucking complete joke. Why? Because they need cryptos to fucking die. As we went over for the last 7 months, they hate crypto. It's free banking. It's the way you can get out of their fucking bullshit, their centralized crap, their CBDCs. It's a way that they can't track what you want to do. This is all about complete control. This is about controlling what you have, how long you have it, where you can spend it. This is so they can track every fucking penny that you spend. They want to know everything you're doing. This is CBDCs are their complete goal. I've been going over this forever. This is ridiculous what is going on in front of our eyes. Right on cue. How are you doing, Grandpa? Thanks, buddy. Right on cue. A new crypto exchange forged by some of Wall Street's biggest players. Here it comes right on out. Who is it? Charles Schwab, piece of shit. Fidelity, you can go fuck yourselves. Citadel, Virtue. As you guys remember, these guys were the two that went ahead and why did they invest in Citadel Securities? There you go. This is why they gave them that $1 billion, that 1.15 billion. It was for this exchange, and it's hilarious if you keep reading down on all these things. It's this is gonna be gross, dude. I mean, they literally are making Sam the fall guy for crypto. He's gonna be your Bernie Madoff, and yes, he was a fucking thief, and he was stealing for everybody. And now they're going to do the same thing that they did before. They're going to come over, do a GameStop type report. Oh my god, he was doing all these evil things. What a complete piece of shit. Blah, blah, blah. And then nothing's going to happen. They're going to release a story on some type of bullshit that, oh hey, oh man, this is worse than the 2008 crisis. Oh man. Like I said, Citadel literally planted this dude to destroy all of this shit. He put it in fucking Sam's ear about these fucking contracts. Sam went over, paid these fuckers all this money to get these contracts, these total return swaps I showed you. So when you use his platform, he can do that and get the benefits of the fucking bank. Well, Citadel doesn't like that because guess what? That's the number 2 Democratic fucking donor. So if I can go ahead and destroy the number 2 Democratic, he's a huge Republican. He took out his competition in crypto and politicians. I mean, think how insane that is. In one swipe move, Ken Griffin fucked up his competition in all political aspects and in crypto. And now he's going to be the big fucking player in crypto. All that fucking liquidity. Now, before I keep going, the reason I want you guys to listen about these total return swaps and understand how they work, because you have all of these people talking about 80 trillion fucking 8 trillion fucking things are in FTD cryptos and this and this and this and this, and that's not what they are. Think of a total return swap. Think of what I just explained to you. Now these are crypto synthetic assets. These are what everybody's talking about, okay? This is what they are. Crypto-based synthetic assets strive to give users exposure to various assets without having to hold any underlying asset, just like a total return swap. This can range from fiat currencies like the yen or dollars, or commodities like silver and gold, and it also may include index funds and many other digital assets. So it's just like a total return swap, like I showed you earlier, but it's called a crypto synthetic asset. Because you technically own the asset synthetically without owning it. So a lot of people see that and think that, all right, he can take this synthetic asset and wrap it into a coin and sell it. Now, with this 8 quadrillion and all of these tokens everyone's talking about with the FTDs and all this craziness because of the wrap and all this stuff. Like I said, you can't create these synthetic assets and wrap them like they're doing. What they're doing is scam coins. Now everybody, the first thing they go is look at the start date. Yes, what happened is somebody saw AMC was blowing up, and they quickly minted it on a decentralized platform. What they did is they went over and made a decentralized coin. They wrapped it up with Ethereum. They wrapped it up with fucking, I don't know, SHIB. They wrapped it up with something else to be able to go on to the centralized server. And they were able to sell these assets at a small price. Now, a lot of people went over and said, hey, you know, there's 8 quadrillion of these things, but they didn't do the conversion rate to the Ethereum. It ends up coming up like 650k AMC tokens. It ended up being like 800 million or something like that. I can't remember what the total was. It was something crazy like that. Well, then what that guy did is he took that money, he wrapped it up with fucking, I can't remember, was it like Uniswap or whatever the hell, and then he brought it over to like Canadian coin and all this Canadian cash or whatever the fuck it's called, and then he paid himself out. These were just scams. These were literally people doing scams at the time. What they did is they send it to Mark Cuban because he has a public wallet, and that gives them, you know, makes people look at Mark Cuban's wallet. They'll click on it, see that, oh, he's got AMC, and maybe they'll potentially buy it because it now has some legitimacy because it's backed by a celebrity. They'll go ahead and do FTX. They'll do Binance. They'll do other exchanges that are massively popular at that moment. So those could be massive reasons what those were scam coins. And shit tokens and scam coins, those are completely different to the total return swap derivatives contract scam that Sam was pulling. I want people to understand these are legitimate scams on all these people, but they're all different scams. They're different people. They're different. They're completely different situations, and they don't have to do with FTDs. They don't have to do with AMC in a stock. They don't hide these billions of things through that. And to, you guys have to think of CMKM Diamond. Well, God damn it. I can't spell it. The CMKM Diamonds, there was trillions of fake shares, you guys. Trillions of shares. Trillions of them. And they did this back in the day. They didn't need to hide these in tokens. They didn't have this shit back then. They didn't have all this crap where they can, crypto wasn't even an issue. They didn't need that to do what they're doing. All right, let me just show you something real quick before we get into this stuff. Where's my Citadel thing? All right. Citadel. Okay. This is the problem with FTDs, market maker exemptions, and we haven't even gotten into the CNS program. Now, if you guys look down here, it talks about securities sold not yet purchased at fair value. To put this into perspective, who knows what the fuck fair value is? Let's just go ahead and do AMC. You have people out there. You have people out there that rate AMC at what? 99 cents. You have people out there that saying it's $2. You have people saying it's fucking, you know, these banks rating it at $1. Okay, well, let's just say it's one whole dollar. Citadel has 65 billion securities sold, not yet purchased. Okay? Let's say I wanted 5 billion myself of AMC. And technically I can, let's say, just pretend. I don't know what the fuck that means. How would I know what fair value means? Let's say fair value means that they can go ahead and find the lowest valued one. Well, okay. If it's 99 cents and they threw 5 billion at it, that's a lot of synthetics. And those are exempt. That's not even counting the CNS program. Do you see what I mean? They don't need to do these coins. That's why when they get this crypto and all this liquidity and all this other bullshit, it gets to the point of stupidity. They're literally monopolizing everything. They're monopolizing
everything. That's what this was all about. It was about Ken Griffin taking out all of his competition in one. Ken Griffin wants Republicans to win in 2024. He wants DeSantis to win. And if DeSantis wins, Ken Griffin will be your fucking treasurer. Ken Griffin will be your treasurer in 2024 if DeSantis wins. And I'm not joking. And mark this fucking down right now if you don't believe me. And when it comes and he's fucking all about him and all of a sudden he's treasurer, I'm telling you, it's a massive, massive, I'm not pro-Democrat, but I see what they're doing. I don't care how you vote. Just look at what they're fucking doing. They're taking over everything. And now what they're trying to do. Oh man, Sam's not a bad guy. Look, there was a thing that said, Sam, what the fuck's his stupid name again? Oh, it's Bankman. Yeah, that wasn't. Saying Bankman helped expose blah, blah, blah. Like, he's not a bad guy. He's good. There's Reuters or whatever. Somebody showed it today. I can't remember who showed it today. What was that? Idiot Gavin. I hate that guy, but there's literally an article trying to make this guy like a good guy. I don't know how to spell this idiot. Look at this shit. He did the financial system a favor. He did us a favor. You got Kevin O'Leary. He's not that bad of a guy. I'll start doing a new one with him. He comes on today. Look at this fucking guy. A few weeks ago, we were handling 10 billion volume and billions of transfers, but there was just too much leverage. Why? Because he took out too many total fucking return swaps, and he didn't have any of the assets to back it up, so when people started blowing up, just like in Archegos. So basically, Sam would take out total return swaps and then sell them to us to hedge his own fucking total return swaps. But in the end of the day, he spent all of our money, and then when these banks came to call for their total return swaps because his assets dropped, Sam had nothing to pay them. And it was Archegos all over again. But in the reality, like I said, they're not selling you those tokens. Sam's selling you the total return swaps to hedge. Just like I told you, other banks will hedge by buying the underlying asset, or they will sell the exact same total return swap to another bank. Sam just thought he could be a bank, he could be as smart as it, and everyone else is like, nope, go fuck yourself. Now he goes, there's too much leverage. And then I realized a run on the bank and market crashed exhausted liquidity. Yeah, we know. You're a fucking idiot. So what can I try and do? Raise liquidity, make customers whole, and restart. This dude wants to fucking restart. And people are like, it wasn't even that bad. This guy just lost people billions of dollars, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad. We're gonna go ahead and we'll do an investigation on him. We'll investigate, and he might get a year in jail, just like the guy in 2008 did. And we'll give him a bonus when he comes out, just like the guy in 2008 got. It's a fucking joke. They literally wanted to take over crypto, and they just fucking did. Because what's the sentiment around crypto? It's trash. Get the fuck out of it. Why do I want anything like that? And in comes CBDCs. And now watch how fucked up this is. This is when it gets fucked. This is when it gets super fucked. And I mean, oh man. This shit's ridiculous. Before I talk about the CBDCs, listen to this bullshit. This marketplace that they're making is intended to create more efficient access to deep pools of liquidity for digital assets. Okay. Now, keep that in mind. Now, I want everyone to remember something. Do you want me to make sure you guys watch that I can show you this is a setup? You remember who CME Group was? Remember how CME Group backed up all of fucking FTX's shit, and CME Group was allowed to do all that bullshit in the back end? Guess who's now working with the big boys? Oh, CME Group's in on it. Oh, so you mean all the people that had all the access to fucking Sam's system, the people that he works with inside, the old president of the company that you went and sent over there, sent every fucking single aspect to Ken Griffin about his company? And now they're all in on this new one? Like I said, guys, this shit is fucking ridiculous. It was a giant attack. It was all fucking just for them to be able to take over crypto. Now, you're about to see some fucked. Look at this bullshit. They're talking about making the CBDCs. They're coming out now. And I used to just think CBDCs were going to be for us. On the 15th, so they're already starting off this new one. They're now doing wholesale CBDCs. Fiat money in token form for exchange among financial institutions to improve existing clearing and settlement process. So they're going to now give these fucks CBDCs. This is real life. There's going to be retail and public. There's going to be public CBDCs. And then there's going to be wholesale CBDCs just for them. So what's going to happen is the government bailouts now are going to be in the form of CBDCs for them. They're going to give them bailouts in the form of CBDCs. And then they're going to pay us our squeeze in CBDCs. This is their fucking plan. I've been saying this is their plan for fucking ever. And this fucking FTX thing was their atom bomb to get it started. It really was, guys. How do I know that? Because the day of, think about this. I want you to think about something. I work in coding and database and things like that. You do not fucking create something overnight in an entire database and all of this within 24 hours and everything in an environment and get it all set up, right? But guess what? The day of, Citi, Bank of America, BNY, MasterCard, Swift, HSBC, already had this going. They already had it going. They already had this new pilot going for the digital dollar. And guess what? What was it related to within hours? Oh, it's all because of the exchange. It's always because of the collapse of the exchange. Oh, you got it already ready within fucking 10 hours? No, you already fucking knew it, and this is your excuse. This is their excuse for everything. You said this shit, that was planned as fuck. Global giants are starting a 12-week digital dollar pilot. Right on cue. Right on fucking cue. These CBDCs, bank issues tokens that represent customers' deposits that are settled on a central bank reserve on a shared distributed ledger. Okay? See, the reason that they don't need those tokens, and like I said, with all that stuff, they have the CNS program. This has been their go-to forever. You still have FTDs. You still have the CNS program. Now, the reason I bring up the CNS program one more time is because it involves netting, the netting process. Now, this process is called continuous net settlement. It hides billions of counterfeit shares that never make it to the reg show. This is still up and running. They borrow the shares from the DTCC and use them as legitimate borrowed shares. For companies that are under attack, the counterfeit shares that are created by the CNS program are thought to be 10 or 20 times the disclosed failure to delivers. The industry refers to these as strategic failure to delivers. Most would refer to these as a stockpile of counterfeit shares that can be used for market manipulation. They already have that. They have the $65 billion that they can do in shares not sold. that I just showed you. If they evaluate them at 99 cents and throw 5 billion synthetics over there, mark them exempt, now you still have virtue. Now you still have options bullshit that they always fuck around with. I mean, they don't need those yet, is the problem. They didn't, I mean, it's just ridiculous. This whole fucking shit, it's pissing me off, is what it's doing. Now, the reason I bring this up in the netting is because of this right now. So, what's happening now is Citadel got involved in the treasuries. Citadel started fucking treasuries over. Citadel fucked treasuries. On top of that, reverse repos fucked them. And we keep on, and the Freds just keep on printing and giving them away. On top of that, you have Japan selling them. No one is buying them. Rates are rising because no one will buy them. Which, if you keep doing that, pension funds are going to get fucked. So, Treasury market's pretty much fucked. And if this goes down, everything's fucked. So what are they doing? They're looking over and they go, hey, I have a great idea. Let's do netting. What is netting? Alright. Netting is you'll have a vault. You'll have one big source, okay? That one big source is like all your vaults. This is exactly what's going on in the stock market. They decided to bring it over to the repo market to make more liquidity. The greatest word ever for these fucking pieces of shit. So what they do is you'll have Bank 1, Bank 2, Bank 3, Bank 4, 5, and so on, okay? Then you'll have little Citadel here as well. What they do is they all come on over here and they deposit all their treasury bonds. So now all their treasury bonds are stacked up in this one giant thing here, okay? Now each day, these guys can go ahead and trade into this netting process. They can go ahead and do what I was showing you before with the CNS program. When they trade, it goes for the net amount. It doesn't go for the total number of, in this case, it'd be treasury bonds. Okay, so they can come in here and they'll say, hey, I need to borrow or take out of this thing and I need this. Well, what that will do is they'll say Citadel, let's say Citadel borrows one treasury bond to keep it real simple. Citadel will now have one short position of the day, no matter how many shares they take out. They don't give a fuck. They could take out 20,000 fucking treasury bonds. They don't give a shit. They care about how much the net total of those amount are. And Citadel will have one short position now of X amount. So it doesn't give a fuck about positions. This is why the CNS program in the stock market is fucked. I'll make it even simpler. I'll show you the stock market before we get into treasury bonds, because it'll be more simpler if you understand how they do it in the stock market. Now, okay, so let's just do it in the stock market. This is owned by the DTC. They own the vault of all the shares. What you'll have market maker or hedge fund or whoever or bank or whoever is involved in the CNS program. They can now say, hey, let's say Citadel says, I need 50 GameStop. I need 50 fucking AMC. I need 50, I don't know, BBY. I don't know what the fuck. Okay, I need 50 of these three. The DTCC will say, okay, I will issue these synthetic shares that we were just showing you. These borrowed synthetic shares that they treat as real shares from their vault. So then they'll say, all right, Citadel, I don't care about the number of these fucking stocks. All I care about is it equals $1,000. So now, Citadel, you are short. You have one short position now of $1,000. And then they can go ahead and use these fucking synthetic shares to fill FTDs. And now they have an amount of money they need to pay the DTCC. Do you see what I'm saying? It's basically a program here that keeps track of how much money they owe. And they can go ahead and borrow synthetic shares out of this fucking thing. They don't care how many. They just make sure that the amount of money's in there. It's credit. It's a credit system. It's a giant fucking credit system to cover FTDs. Well, this is now just going to be a giant credit system to cover Treasury bonds and add more liquidity to something because there's no liquidity in the Treasury market. This does not give them too big to fail. This does not mean Citadel is too big to fail. Citadel can still fail. Citadel does not get bailed out. Citadel does not have that title yet. They are not a bank. They are not this yet. This is what Ken Griffin's working towards. This is his ultimate goal. Is if he becomes too big to fail in the financial system, we're fucked. He'll get bailed out by us, and he's just going to keep shorting it and doing more shit until we'll bail ourselves out we'll pay ourselves, but we'll pay ourselves and he'll get bailed out. It's fucking dumb. This is why the system we're in currently is fucked up. It is literally fucked up. Everything is too fucking, and this is why I keep showing you guys, everything is pushed into derivatives. Look, just to show you the total, just think about this number. I showed you it's higher. I'm showing you now proof that it's at 2.4. 2.4 quadrillion. That's fucking insane. The amount is more massive than the global debt of 215 trillion, global real estate of 217 trillion, the world supply of gold of 7.7 trillion, and all of global stocks of 73 trillion still doesn't equal what's in the derivatives market. Everyone always wonders where the fuck's our MOAS money. It's all in the derivatives market. We need these fuckers to crash. And who owns all the derivatives contracts and all the derivatives money? The banks. We gotta fuck the banks up. We fuck the banks up. This derivatives bullshit in the background goes fucking tumbling down. And in the meantime, you gotta support the shit out of your companies, you guys. Seriously, go see a fucking movie. Even if you're not gonna go see a movie that day. Everybody always sits there and says, hey, I'd give AMC $10. Then just go buy a movie ticket. Don't even go. Just buy a fucking movie ticket. Who gives a shit? It's the same thing. You're now paying them money. We need to get AMC where they need to be. Still the biggest way is if Ape can get to that price that it needs to be to where Adam Aaron can dilute. And what he dilutes in Ape, you will make back up in AMC's price when their debt goes down. So everybody that's all worried about getting diluted in Ape, once again, you will make it right back up. And then right after, Adam Aaron can do a reverse split. And all of a sudden you have less Ape than he issued in the first place. And he just made X amount of money. Ape is a huge tool that is, when it gets to a certain level, will be massive for AMC. But I want everyone to understand what's happening with this crypto shit. They want to destroy crypto, and their CBDCs are right around the corner because it's a way that they can pay us. And not only can they pay us, they can program it to how long we can have that money and where we can spend it in. I mean, it's ridiculous, dude. This shit is insane. This is where I said if they went hard left, this is the route they were going to try and take, is pay everybody with CBDCs because they have no fucking way out. And they can't lose their way of life. Too many people know what's going on. Too many are buying and holding. I don't give a fuck what algorithm you have. If there's no liquidity to grab, there's no liquidity to grab. You can sit there and pass around each other's bullshit all day, but in the end of the day, you still need people buying X to steal from. But no, I don't think those wrapped tokens people are thinking are these quadrillions of FTDs. I already showed you guys where those are. But this is Sam's, like I said, this is Sam's scheme, and the other ones were shitcoins. Alright, I'm done. I'm going to go ahead and read questions. Anyone have any questions at all? I'm going to go over those for a little bit, and then I'm going to head out. I got to get up at 5 and go back to work. I have a long-ass day tomorrow. But I hope everybody understands the difference between all these scams, these FTDs. I don't think any of these were wrapped. They were only wrapped to go from decentralized to centralized servers so they could sell them and make shitcoins quick. And if you look at the volume on all the coins, there's no volume there. There's really no volume on any of these coins to where it's like, I get why everyone thinks about the creation, but like I said, it just seems like you can do, if they were doing them out of these synthetic crypto assets, it's just like making it out of fucking these contracts, which is not backed by stocks. And the lie is, and the fraud is they tell you that they're backed by stocks when they're not. Ball, thank you for joining, my friend. Appreciate it. Go buy popcorn. That's what I'm saying, man. 80% prop. It's actually 86% profit. If you go buy those mega bags, it's 86% profit for them. Just go buy mega bags. Order them online. Fuck, I don't care. Do whatever you said. Do whatever you can, you guys. If AMC starts cranking in cash, 8 goes up to where they can dilute it, and everyone does realize it's not a bad thing when you dilute it. Like I said, let's say 8 goes down 45 cents because they dilute it. Guess what? Your AMC shares are going to go up. Probably 45 cents to 50 cents to $1. Who knows? Maybe even more. If AMC was debt-free and they're the #1 theater, how come they could not naturally trade at 30 bucks, 25 bucks? That's just natural. Like I said, T90, man, I don't know. I can't even... I don't know about the T90. I don't have faith in it, man. I really don't. We'll see what happens on the 22nd, but honest to God, I don't get my hopes up on it. Do you think they'll set a limit on the squeeze like Volkswagen? I mean, they could. I don't know, man. I feel like every goddamn time I turn around, the government's in there giving them another hand job. It's like, come on. Finish this off already. Good grief, douchebags. It's like we all want to go home, you know? Everyone wants to be done with this shit. I want to stop looking into corruption every fucking day, you know, and do something with my life. Jesus Christ. When do you think we'll know, ass, dude? I mean, if Ken Griffin takes over cryptocurrency, who the fuck knows? I mean, that's a lot of goddamn... Jesus, fuck, dude. That's a lot of collateral for him to keep on fucking doing this and this and this. I mean... The fact that his assets to liabilities are basically... I mean, he's got about $5 billion over. I mean, that $5 billion, man, he could go up to... God, like I said, fuck this guy. I can't fucking stand Ken Griffin. Thoughts on Al from Boston? He's a fucking tool bag. Al from Boston's a fucking complete douchebag tool, and I want nothing to do with the loser. Why you think T90 bunk? I don't know, man. I just... Everything I've seen about it, I just don't see the evidence and the proof and everything I've looked at. But hey, if it happens, sweet. Is Gary going to get investigated? I mean, it sounds like they're looking at him right now. I was like, I'm pretty sure Congress is going to talk to him. Yeah, I mean, Congress is going to come and look like fuck them up. We'll see what happens, but they always say they're going to do this. I'm sure this will be another, oh my god, GameStop report shit. Good grief. Trevor, thank you very much. Murphy will definitely get a treat for that, buddy. I'll get him a big bone. He loves those giant bones from Von Hansen's. Al from Boston lied about giving a Harvard degree. Al from Boston lies about everything, man. Half of these YouTubers lie about everything. They don't care. They need views. They need controversy. They need to complain about something. It's just like, man, fuck them.
I've literally blocked almost everyone in the community, but like 4 people that people talk to and watch and look up. There's like 5. Other than that, man, I don't even, like, none of them serve me a purpose at this point. They're all just fucking tool bags trying to live off this celebrityness. It's like, okay, you're not a celebrity. Get over yourself. Tokenized shares. I mean, I went over those in the beginning for quite a while, man. Can we opt out of CBDCs? I mean, hold as much gold. I mean, I can't say that, but I mean, you can if you get, you know, physical gold, commodities. I like land. Land's always, you know. But no, I mean, eventually they'll want to try and go complete digital. I mean, I don't think they'll go 100%, but that'll be their eventual goal so they can track and trace everything. Like I said, at that point, when CBDCs are the end of freedom, man, and at that point, it's like, at some point you gotta revolt, stand up, fuck them. Billion of us to one of them, fuck these trash, dude. What are they? We're literally letting criminals every day get away with whatever they want, and then just giving each other hand jobs while they do it. FTX explosion caused MOAS. Why didn't it cause MOAS? Because of this reason right here. FTX's tokens were never backed by any shares of AMC. They were supposed to, and that was the fraud. The fraud was he said they were backed by tokens, but they weren't backed by tokens. So instead, they were backed by total return swaps. Sam also had the ability right here, after he paid Congress, to pretty much default on his customers, all sorts of shit, dude. So you would sit there, and when you bought on FTX, what you would do is buy a contract to a total return swap, which means you got the benefits of the underlying asset, but you never actually owned the token. You owned the benefits of a token. So when Sam went down, none of these tokens were actually purchased as stock. So there's no stock that was purchased. It's just fucking bullshit. I don't know what you want me to talk on Al from Boston, man. I just told you he's a piece of trash. What more you want me to talk about him? He's a liar. I don't know. Garbage. He steals my DD every fucking day. Bam, investor. I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, I don't want to just the last finish this off with 10 minutes of bashing all these people. Housing market. I mean, the housing market, you're already seeing it's crashing. Like I said, everything's crashing at this point, so their only thing they could do now is go ahead and run over to crypto. Now they need to take over crypto, get that liquidity, the last remaining liquidity. They'll crash every fucking thing if they have to at this point, is what I'm realizing. They don't give a fuck. Have to wait for CBDCs to consider MOAS. I mean, unless something fucking major smashes down these banks, I guarantee they're gonna try and pay us with these CBDCs. I almost guarantee it. FTX affects AMC. I don't really think it's gonna affect AMC right now. I mean, unless there's people that were holding short positions in AMC that got fucked up by losing all that money in FTX. I don't know. I didn't really look too much into all the people getting smashed by FTX and if they had short positions in AMC. But if they didn't, the event itself is not gonna do anything to AMC. Because like I said, instead of owning tokens that were backed by shares, you own tokens that were backed by total return swaps. No, Al's not legit. Stop watching Al. He's a piece of trash. I don't know why you keep asking me about Al, man. I feel like I've answered the Al question, man. He's garbage. Fuck him. Fuck him. If the CBDCs have no restrictions, maybe. I mean, that's the thing, dude. They're gonna have restrictions. They're gonna be programmable. Every single thing they've ever talked about is programmable. They're gonna make it program. We can make it expire. We can make you only spend it in certain sectors. They're gonna make you spend it in sectors they own.
By digital dollar, you mean RXP? I mean, I don't really know if it's RXP. They're already doing their test environment on the digital dollars. And their digital CBDCs. I don't know if this CBDC is RXP. I don't think so. I don't know what this one's backed by. They're testing digital tokens. I don't know what the fuck. I thought they're just backed by dollars. Or backed by their fucking customers' deposits. Yeah. They're backed by the issues that represent customer deposits that are settled on a central bank reserve or on a shared distributed ledger. So no, they're not RXP at all. They are not RXP. Our reverse repos basically bailouts. Reverse repos basically give them treasury bonds, which they can use as collateral. They also give them... I mean, it's basically just giving them a lot of collateral in treasury bonds, which now they can go ahead and take in the treasury bonds. They can now come over here, since they got approved for the netting. They can take their treasury bonds that they gain from the reverse repo, go ahead and deposit more and gain more leverage inside the fucking FICC. It's just stupid. It's just fucking pitty, dude. Everything is meant to bail these cocksuckers out and let them just keep fucking us, dude. It's such a joke. Will Ape help us at all? I mean, Ape, man, if Ape can get to a good, good price and Adam Aaron can dilute it, yeah, Ape can be great for us. And then let him do a reverse stock split right after it. Suddenly you'll go down to 500 million. So there'll be less Ape than he issued in the very beginning. And he'll raise all that free capital. So Ape can definitely help AMC. Even if it ends up selling it for $2, $1.50, I don't give a shit. That's still... 700 million, that's still a lot he can put down and like I said, do a reverse split and then do it again later if he needed to, and then no harm, no foul, but at least it gave them money. It's all about money right now. Getting them capital is huge. Who wants to buy the first Mad Coors fanny pack? Will we be able to purchase gold? I don't know what we will be able to purchase with them, man. I don't work for the bank. I don't know. You'll have to ask these fucking douchebags. Our masters. You gotta ask our masters, man. We're all fucking sheeple to these fucking douchebags. Apparently we're too stupid to tie our shoes. No, they're not hidden in FTX, Sarah. We don't need to spam, guys. I'm reading you guys' stuff. No, I don't know if we'll be able to purchase gold. Like I said, man. Relax. Don't need to spam. Everyone loves DRS, man. If DRS worked, why is GameStop shit not higher? And why the hell is AMC's massive? It was at 102% borrow fee today. In Canada, trustworthy when they say don't lend or POF. Is Canada... I mean, I looked at... God, what was it? I think it was Questrade up in Canada. Questrade, I believe, actually was pretty legit. You can actually route your own trades in Canada through Questrade. So that's a platform that I would, have a little more faith in than all the other ones. If you're going to try that up there. When do we go full werewolf? I don't know, man. Well, when the CBDCs drop and they tell us that how and when we can spend our fucking cash, that's when we go full fucking werewolf. I've already got my pitchfork sharpened, man. Y'all tell me when. Should we leverage ourselves? I can't tell you that that's financial advice. All I can say is I do have physical gold coins, physical gold. I went and got land. I mean, if you can wait on the house market, obviously down the road, you're going to see renters and a lot of these people having issues that will start defaulting. Another thing that happened is last month, credit card interest rate rose the highest it's ever rose in 1 month. So, again, We're at 930 billion in credit card debt. We're going to hit over $1 trillion in credit card debt in this country. That's fucking insane. That's insane. You want to know my opinion? KTD, 1 second. I didn't see your question. KTD, ask your question one more time. I'll look for it again. Will I sign your bra? Did you see Adam Aaron sign that girl's leg? He just one-hands her fucking thigh. I'm like, dude, this guy is definitely the silverback, dude. Dude's a legend. Man, Disney's in the picture. Obviously, nobody thinks AMC's going down. Disney's gaining, or not Disney, AMC's gaining more partnership literally every other month. Including all the streaming services that were gonna fucking destroy us. Do we still look good? Yes, because in the end of the day, they're still scrambling for liquidity. They now need to go run over and try and destroy crypto to gain it. I don't know how many more goddamn places they can go. So we ended up adding another box now. They're now into the crypto market. Which they already fucking destroyed the housing market. They've destroyed the Treasury market. They've destroyed the bond market. They've destroyed the stock market. They've destroyed the derivatives market. How many more fucking markets can they blow up? How many more of these can they blow up before the shit goes kaboom? I mean, Jesus. They've, like, destroyed these, and now they need to go to number 6. It's fucking nuts, dude. This is literally nuts, dude. Do I know Rogue Trader? No. Depression 2.0. I mean, this could be pretty ridiculous. Like I said, at this point, they're just going to crash fucking everything. And I feel like at this point is their plan. And then they're going to try and get everything fucking digital. God, it's fucking... And like I said, at that point, man, we all need to just fucking stand the fuck up. Literally. Fuck these guys. Thoughts on GTII? Honestly, man, I don't really pay attention to GTII too much. What price I think Bitcoin will be at in 5 years? Whatever the fuck Citadel needs it to be at. Who gave Caroline herpes? That'll be the mystery of the night that we'll have to leave off. We'll have to do some DD, I don't know. It's going to be way worse than 2008, man. The problem is in 2008, you just have one crash. Imagine a massive one across the board. Why did cost of borrow decrease? Because this thing's fucked up. And apparently the people that are borrowing shares, the brokers, are suddenly doing it for less for no reason, so... Bullshit. I'm sure Ken Griffin made a call. Get review dorks bullshit out of here. Yeah, no one's talking review trash. Ask them about investing in computer share. You guys can do... Like I said, man, I'm not putting my shares in computer share. I've shown everybody why not. It's just not for me. If you guys want to do it, more power to you, man. I'm not going to stop you. Why pay 100% cost to borrow instead of buy shares? Because the only choice they have, man, other than fucking let it fly, they have to keep shorting at this point. Where were we at? Where the hell was I at? FXT scam is other scams. Yeah, it's just another Ponzi scam. Shitcoin scam. Fucking derivative scam. Just like all the banks. Dries jumped to 48 million a share back then after the '08 crash. I don't know, man. I don't know what Dries is. Never seen it. When Family Optics explosion, hopefully soon, dude. That's the one I'm waiting for. I mean, FTX was just their fucking distraction. Their A-bomb to take over. Like I said, politicians, they just fucking destroyed the Democrats. They just fucked them up. And on top of that, they just fucked up their #1 crypto fucking competition. That's gone. Ken Griffin literally just dropped an A-bomb and took out politicians and his competition in one damn move. That was pretty crazy, dude. What's a better buy, Ape or AMC? I mean, I'm buying Ape right now. I'm trying to get... We need Ape to get to a price where Adam Aaron can dilute it and make that money and then do a reverse stock split. So Ape's value, all the money that goes into Ape after the reverse split should come right back from the dilution. Because technically after he dilutes reverse stock splits, all the shares that you shoot are gone. It should go right back to before he diluted it. So I see the big picture. The big picture, if you look at it, get Ape. If you know... You look and squeeze. If you think the squeeze is right around the corner still, get AMC. Win squeeze? I don't fucking know, man. I feel like every other goddamn time I think it's a squeeze, they suddenly get a brand new fucking market. You think Trump can cause MOAS? I don't know if Trump can cause the MOAS. I don't know what the hell Trump fucking... I don't really want to get into Donald Trump, man. Wake up, Adam Aaron is not on our side. Why? Because he's not bitch whining and moaning that his stock in his company is getting attacked and he's signing fucking sponsorships. Could you imagine if he's sitting there whining and bitching like you guys want him to? How many sponsors are going to go like, yes, let's run over this guy crying? No. He's trying to recover his company. He's doing exactly what I need. I don't need Adam Aaron crybabying. I don't need Adam doing legal action on them, and then also we get fucking nothing. We get a class action lawsuit. Oh, yay. The only people who win in class action lawsuits, lawyers. Why the fuck would I want that, dude? Alright, buddy. Just wake up. Oh, boy. Alright, Murphy Brown's up, though, you guys. I gotta go let this little boy up before I go to bed. Thank you guys for listening. I'll put out a little timeline update video here tomorrow, or maybe even tonight. No, I'll do it tomorrow when I get up. The wifey won't be home, so I'll have some time. But I'll just make it a quick 10-minute video. But thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good night.